Chicky, chick, chick, chick. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Yeah, we got a little mini Denver show here. Guess who's back? Little mini Denver show tonight. The phone lines are open. You want to get in on that? Got some fun stuff tonight. No politics unless your phone call takes us there. Little mini Denver show tonight. Yeah, we got no politics tonight unless your phone calls take us there. So, you want to get in on that? That'll be up to you if you want to call in. We'll be live here in a second. Got some fun. Just waiting for some more people to jump on. No politics unless your phone call takes us there. Little mini Denver show tonight. Yeah, we got no. Is this a badass jam or what? Your comments will be live and can be on the screen and shown if you say something really awesome. I decided to stream this to my personal page and then share it to the Denver Show page, since there will be more notifications going out if it's shared to my page. Be starting here in a second. Crank it up. We'll be starting here in a second. Crank it up. It's an awesome jam. Why don't you guys call now and get in the queue?
This is movie producer and director Trinity Houston, and you are enjoying The Denver Show.
Oh, yeah, The Denver Show. It's back. Well, kind of. This is a little mini version because I'm broadcasting from my bedroom, as you see. And let me turn the volume down on this, my monitor. So I decided to do a little, I've been itching to get back into broadcasting, and right now we're waiting for we're waiting for the bars to get their stuff together. We're going to broadcast live from Southwest Florida bars and pubs. Right now we're looking at Ralph's Place. Been there over 30 years. And they just had to upgrade their internet to get a little more speed. So I talked to her last week, and they're supposed to be doing that. So until then, I'm broadcasting from my bedroom. Ladies, try not to allow that to, get your mind going. I know this is where the magic happens back here. But so anyways, if you watched the Denver Show before, first of all, it said Jay and Scott, the intro. I got to do a new intro for it. I'm interviewing another co-host, a female co-host. I've told you before that we have one. It was Lisa George. And, but before we got started, we are actually going to get our promo pictures and everything. But she has a daughter that's in politics and is going to run for office, and decided that maybe mom might hurt her chances of getting elected, especially since she is left and mom is right. So because of that, Lisa George had to decline, and that would have been awesome. We got along so well. So now tomorrow I'm meeting with someone else who might be the co-host of another female co-host. She's very outgoing and gung-ho and very opinionated, and so it would be good. So if you watched the show before, a lot of times we start out with politics, and my gosh, there's so much to talk about. But tonight I decided not to do politics, unless your phone calls take it there. If you want to talk about politics, then by all means call. 855-854-TALK is the phone number. There it is right there on the screen. 855-854-TALK. 855-854-8255. You can call. You'll automatically be on hold. You'll still be able to hear the show. You will have to listen through the phone because there is a 45-second delay. If you start listening not on the phone but listening to the broadcast, then I'll be saying, "Are you there? Are you there? Are you there?" And you won't know because you're not listening on the phone. So go ahead and give me a call, 855-854-TALK, and especially if you want to participate in some of the topics that we're doing. First, before I start, well, no, I'll do this. Now, you know what? I'll do that later. Well, first I want to introduce something. I do want to do this. I do have a Christian rock classic station going. The reason is because I back in the 80s and 90s, I collected a lot of Christian rock, and you see it's live right now. I've collected a lot of Christian rock, and a lot of these are out of print now. Like, you can't buy these albums, you can't hear them anymore. And I thought I'd put them online, and so that everybody can enjoy it. It's music I grew up to. It's music I enjoy. It's clean. It's good stuff. It's Christian metal, Christian rap, Christian rock, and there is a GoFundMe page. Yes, right here. I got a GoFundMe page. I'll put that in the links. Right now we got 20% of the goal to keep it. I don't know where my picture is. Where's my picture? There it is. So 20% of it is funded right now to keep it going for a year. So check that out. GoFundMe. And any little bit helps. Appreciate it. Keep those that clean rock alive. It's fun. It's jams. It's as good as any of the secular stuff. So, yeah. So I just want to introduce that. And also we're going to talk about later. I'll come up with. I've got another ad for you, but right now we're going to skip that right now. So, here's what I'm going to start out with. We've got. I don't know if you knew this or not. Did you know that 40 states have a city named after the state it's in? Like, you know about New York City, New York, right? You know New York, New York, right? But did you know there's an Alabama, Alabama? I bet you didn't. I didn't. Maybe your state has one. Like, I didn't know Ohio. I'm from Ohio. I didn't know Ohio had an Ohio City, Ohio. So there's actually an Ohio. And believe it or not, here I'm in Florida now. There's a Florida. Yeah. Didn't know that. So here's some of the cities and states that have cities named after the state they're in. We got Alabama, Alabama, Arizona, Arizona, Arkansas, Arkansas, or Arkansas, Arkansas. California, California. Oh my God. As if California isn't bad enough. Colorado, Colorado. Delaware, Delaware. Florida, Florida. New Georgia, Georgia. Close enough. Idaho, Idaho. Idaho Falls, Idaho. You might know about that one. Illinois, Illinois. How come it's not Illinois? Right? What is wrong with the English language? Why do we have to do that? Like read and read and all that stuff. Hey, Judy, how are you doing? I put Judy. Put your. There's Judy saying hi. And also Belinda. How you doing, Belinda? Thanks for watching. So there's and make sure you guys, yeah, like I said, call in 855-854-TALK. Easy to remember, okay? Indianapolis, Indiana. Iowa, Iowa. Jersey, New Jersey. That's fun to say. Jersey, New Jersey. There's Kansas, Kansas. Maine, Maine. Maryland, Maryland. Quite contrariland. Minneapolis, Minnesota. Wait, that's not the same. That doesn't count. Oh, there is a Minnesota, Minnesota. Mississippi, Mississippi. Missouri, Missouri. Montana, Montana. Nebraska, Nebraska. Nevada, Nevada. Or Nevada, Nevada. There's New York, New York. You know about that one. There's Ohio, Ohio. Let me know in the comments if you've heard of these from the state you're in. Hey, Christy, how you doing? Let me know if, like I said, what about your state? Do you know if your state has a city named after it? There's, where am I at? Oklahoma, Oklahoma, Oregon, Oregon, Charleston, South Carolina. Why is that? That doesn't make sense. Shouldn't be on the list. Tennessee, Tennessee, Tennessee Ridge, Tennessee, Texas, Texas, Utah, Utah, Virginia, Virginia, Virginia Beach, Virginia, Wisconsin Dells, Wisconsin, Wisconsin Rapid, Wisconsin. That's not quite exactly the same, but close enough. But anyways, were you aware in your city that you probably have a city named after your state? So that's pretty interesting to me. Phone number is 855-854-TALK. If you want to bring anything up, talk about anything. If you want to talk about the current climate, politics, and all that stuff, I didn't prepare anything for that because, like I said, I don't know. I didn't want to do that tonight. I did want to talk about, I also lined up. Where's it at? Oh, what's my, what does the show note say? I know we're going to talk about also, I got a list here of polyamorous polyamory terms, polyamory relationships, poly relationships, me in a relationship with more than one person. We'll talk about that later. See if you know anything about that too. Also, here's what I'm going to talk about. The 20 most dangerous toys of all time. Here we go. 20 most dangerous toys of all time. Lawn darts. You remember those? So some of you in your 30s, and especially 20s, but 30s probably won't remember a lot of these. But we used to have these big darts that you hold with a hand and you throw them way up in there and they go thump, and they're supposed to land in this little circle you lay on the ground. And it's just like cornhole. It's just like cornhole, but it's these giant spears coming out of the sky. And you are standing, just like with cornhole, you are standing in that area at the other end. So it's pretty crazy. And there were some pictures of some damages done. They don't have them. I didn't see it. Hey, let's look that up. Damage done by lawn darts. I bet we can find some photos here. Images. Lawn darts. Oh, is this real? Nuh-uh. Oh, is that real? Oh, no way. Well, I'm telling you, lawn darts can do that. Holy shit. That's what I'm talking about. We had lawn darts back then, and this is one of the things that could happen to you. Wow. People were getting hit in the head. They were going in people's brains. Where are these things? Well, that was wicked. Here, let's look up this. Lawn dart injuries instead of damage done. Let's see what that shows you. Prepare to be grossed out. Possibly. Lawn dart injuries. Let's see what that brings us up. Oh, no. Oh, look at that x-ray. That is grody. Oh my gosh. Lawn darts tossed from the store shelves. Oh, that's funny. What do you call that? Play on words there. Lawn darts tossed from the store shelves. All right, so that's pretty wicked. All right, so hey there, Scott King. Flowered pillows. Just saying. Flowered pillows. Flowered pillows. Not sure I get that reference. Hey, Christy Mays. Scott King. Charleston. Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm behind that. Thought you weren't going to go political. What did I say political? I don't know. I don't remember. Lawn darts? I don't know. All right, so let's go back down this list. 20 most dangerous toys. You ever heard of these? Aqua darts. They were arranged in small beads with spritz them in water, and your design will fuse together. Okay, so all right, so you put these beads together and you put a little water on them, and they stick together. The problem with this, the 2007 toy, was the coating was released the compound GHB, also known as the date rape drug, when ingested. After 3 children went into comas after swallowing toxic pieces, the Consumer Product Safety Commission recalled some 4.2 million kits. Do you guys have those? Aqua darts? If you got an idea of some toys, dangerous toys, call in 855-854-TALK. Talk about some of your old toys that you used to have that were dangerous. This one's unbelievable. Atomic laboratory kits. They actually had uranium in them. Science-based toys over the product, but guess where's this at from the Inventor Erector set? Actually contained 4 types of uranium ore. This actually had uranium ore in it back in the 60s. I don't know if any of you guys had that. You guys remember this? Your pillows have flowers. Oh, Scott. You would observe that. First of all, Scott, these aren't my sheets. These are not my sheets, not my pillowcases. I didn't pick any of that. I didn't pick the bed or anything. All right, as you know, I just moved down Florida and getting established, and I'm renting a room. So this was a furnished room. So neener. So that explains that. Barbie and Tanner. Barbie was trying to promote responsible pet ownership, but Tanner, the pup, could eat and dispose of food. This dog would actually take a shit. But the magnets inside the scooper accessory could come loose. And if a toddler decides to swallow more than one magnet, the forces of physics can cause intestinal perforation or blockage, according to WebMD. So that's what happened to that toy. And you guys have that? Barbie and Tanner? You know what? I remember Evel Knievel dolls. I used to have Evel Knievel and G.I. Joe dolls. I used to make Evel Knievel beat up on Ken and take Barbie. That's what I used to do. I know. Buckyballs. Anyone have these? Magnets. They're marketed directly towards children. Instantly popular, Buckyballs inevitably wound up in the hands of kids after launching in 2009. 1,700 children visited the ER after ingesting them. You know, this is always the problem. It's always about them ingesting stuff. Is that really the fault of the toy? I mean, anything they can ingest. So basically, you have to make a toy bigger than their mouth, or you might as well not put it out, or you're going to lose. Clackers. God, do you remember those things? Holy cow. You 20-year-olds, you don't know the fun till you mess with clackers. They're really round, hard balls and on a stick. 2 balls hanging on a stick. They were touching each other. Yeah, I'm talking about a toy. And you move them up and down real fast. I never realized how sexual this sounds. 2 balls hanging off of a stick, and you move it up and down real fast. Doesn't that sound sexual? Okay, maybe it's just me. And maybe it's because I'm in the bedroom. I don't know. So these clackers, you go up, and when you moved them up, they went and smacked and made a big, loud clack noise. And you came back down and clacked on the bottom, and they kept going back and forth. And you go like this and see how fast you can go. And, yeah. The acrylic balls would crack or shatter in tiny shards. They could fly in your face. They also could knock your ass out. So anybody have clackers? 855-854-TALK. Scott King, you give me a call. You said hard balls. Exactly, Christy Mays. Is, you know, these toys, it's full of the parents, right? But you see the result of this. I mean, you see the result. We've become a nation of, you know, I mean, you see the result of how the adults are acting now from this stuff. Because they weren't parented correctly, which is a problem. Yeah. Try not to go political. We'll see. All right. And Scott says, you said hard balls. I also said hard balls hanging below a stick. And then you move it up and down real fast. Yeah, that's what I said. Come on, you guys certainly had some dangerous toys. 855-854-TALK. Let's look at some more here. Remember the Easy Bake Ovens? Yeah. Those things would burn. Those things even caught things on fire. Pretty hot bulb. I wonder what that bulb was. Newer version. The company has since released a newer version with an electric heating element instead of a light bulb. Why would that be any better? Huh. That's interesting. It seems more dangerous to me. And we have fidget spinners. What is wrong with those? Plastic gizmos with poised choking. This is ridiculous. You're going to put toys as a danger because they're a choking hazard. Again, this is freaking nanny stuff. Because parents don't take care of their kids. They don't watch their kids. Ugh. All the great stuff we miss out on because these little kids swallow them. If you want to get rid of a product, if you want to ruin a company, get your kid to eat their product. Hoverboards. Yeah, that 2015. Well, those are still going, though. Oh, yeah, they bursted in flames. Yeah, some of them did. One of them, I think, bursted in flames on a plane. It's because of the giant lithium batteries inside. Yeah, I remember that. That was bad. All right, you guys, listen. Stop. I'm gonna call you out right now. I'm gonna say don't be a pussy and call 855-854-TALK. And tell us about your dangerous toys that you remember. Scott King. That's called jacking off hardballs. And we're talking about the clackers still. The clackers provided a lot of fodder there, comedic fodder. How to get back to lawn darts? Oh, did I cover the list? Oh no, there's more. They just had it in there twice, apparently. I never heard of this. You ever heard of this Magnetix 2007? One child died and 28 others suffered seriously swallowing magnets. What? I don't consider these dangerous because kids are swallowing them. I consider the parents irresponsible. And not always. I mean, they make a mistake. But look at these mini hammocks. You probably laid in one of these growing up. I'd never seen these. 3 million mini hammocks in 1996. Oh, that's why. Because I'm too old. I was 96. See, I was 18 in 82. So it'd be 20. I'd been in my 30s. After the deaths of 12 children, the lack of spreader bars enabled the necks twist around the kids' necks while getting in and out of the seat. Oh, yeah, so they hung themselves. Don't they test these products? That's a lack of testing. Polly Pockets with click clack, with quick clack, click, quick click. 90s kids remember Polly Pockets compacts, but later versions actually caused major safety alert. A few years after launching the quick click in 2004, Mattel recalled 7.3 million playsets due to, you guessed it, faulty magnets. The parts made the close snap could fall out and cause serious injury. Oh, man. Magnets. Magnets don't go over very well as toys. Oh, this is interesting. I never heard of this one. Maybe you guys have some of these toys. That'd be pretty cool if you did. Out of all the Barbie's careers and hobbies, this one from the 90s caused a firestorm. Literally. A cigarette lighter-like device in her skates would legitimately shoot out sparks when rolled on a flat surface. Blade over anything flammable, and you've got a major problem. Which, 90s, I guess we still had a lot of flammable stuff back then. Right? Sky dancers. Oh, there's a famous video on YouTube. I'm going to bring that up. No, I can't bring that one up. I don't get to bring that one up. There's this little girl that had one of these things in it. What, a flying fairy? What happened to him? Just pull the cord and it launched. Okay. In people's faces. Eye injuries. Okay. Scratch corneas. Broken teeth. Oh, God. Facial lacerations. And even mild concussions. Wow. We recalled 8.9 million in 2000. So, there's that famous video. This little girl so excited about her little sky dancer, and she pulled it, and it took off flying, and there was a fireplace, and it flew right into the fire. Can you imagine Christmas morning being a kid, and you're so excited over your new toy, and it goes right into the fire? That's going to scar you for life. That's going to scar you for life. Your slow response. Well, you got to understand, I got to read your comments too. I got to read your comments and run the show. So that's why it's a slow response. So sorry about that. Got to understand how that works. Slip and slides. Yeah, those. I always knew that those are they still sell those, don't they? 7 adults and 1 teen suffered neck injuries or paralysis. That's because you dive into it, right? You're diving on the ground. Even though it's slippery, the ground underneath is still hard. Do they still sell these things? Does anyone know? No. Scott, you're not shy. 855-854-TALK. Scott used to co-host this. All right, snack time, cabbage dolls. Oh, I heard about these. They would feed on plastic carrots and French fries, but the powerful mechanical jaws would chomp down on just about anything, including fingers and hair. Ultimately, Mattel bit the bullet and offered a $40 refund to some 500,000 owners and potential victims of the feeding frenzy. That's pretty wicked to begin with. A doll that would bite, right? That's pretty wicked. Toy crossbows. Who thought this was a great idea? Of course, they are shooting toothpicks, but still. Let me guess. Some eyes got put out. Probably. The tiny spears could pierce a can from more than 60 feet away. What? Wow. That's an assassin tool right there. You get deadly accurate with that. Yeah, Christy Mays, give me a call. 855-854-TALK. Why wouldn't you? 855-854-TALK. I can't believe that thing. That's got to be exaggeration. Scott, you're also a smart mechanical dude. Do you think this toothpick could be shot 60 feet from that little thing and pierce a can? That's hard to believe. Toy guns. Most famous retro example was the Austin Magic Pistol and Mattel's belt buckle Derringer, both from the 50s. The former used magic crystals, calcium carbide, to launch ping pong balls. The problem, if any water got in there, it would explode. As for the latter, well, that's literally a cap gun you wear around your waist. Caps were awesome. Remember the caps? Remember the red caps? Mrs. Beasley. What about Mrs. Beasley, Christy? Is that one of your toys you used to have? I think I recognize that name. What is that? What was that, a dangerous toy? Give me a call. Explain it. Don't type it. Explain it. 855-854-TALK. But remember the caps, the red. Do they still sell those? I don't think they do. And they had little spots all over them. The spots were gunpowder. You just stick a rock and you smack it, and it exploded and made a noise. I actually still have an M80. Do you guys remember M80s? Where do you want to go? I want to go wherever you want to go, bro. I mean, bro, it rhymed. Sorry. I want to go wherever you want to go. So whatever you want to talk about. It's open line. This is open line Wednesday. 855-854-TALK. Open line Wednesday. So these toy, but anyways, I have an M80. I don't know if you heard M80. Okay, I'll look it up. Yeah. I agree, Scott. I don't think a toothpick can be launched 60 feet into a can. I don't know if they exaggerate on the story or what. But Mrs. Beasley. All right, we'll look up Mrs. Beasley. Let's do that. Let's take a chance here. Let's look up Mrs. Beasley. I remember that name, though. Mrs. Beasley. There she is. Here's Mrs. Beasley. Okay, looks innocent enough. Here's a YouTube video of it. Mrs. Beasley. The Haunted Mrs. Beasley. How much is it worth now? How much is it worth? Just like $65. Not very much. Are you saying, was that Dangerous, Mrs. Beasley, or were you just saying that's one of these shows? Oh, from the TV show Family Affair. I knew I recognized the name Beasley, but yeah, I'm sorry, Christy. I understand you're not a bro. Go, bro. I was, whatever. It's generalization. Anyways, let's not assume gender, right? You can get in so much trouble doing that nowadays, right? Making a mistake like that. The show hasn't even really got popular and it's off the air already now. I got canceled. Cancel culture. So, yeah, I remember this Mrs. Beasley. But wait, from Family Affair. Wasn't that Buffy and Jody, and then they had the voice actress Cheryl Ladd did that. Here, I'm going to play a video of this, Mrs. Beasley. Let's do this. Let's see what Mrs. Beasley's about. What happened to my... Hold on a second here. My iPad is not showing it anymore. No, it dropped. Share the screen. Start broadcast. All right, let's go back to YouTube. Hold on a second here. I'm having testicle difficulties with my iPad. Let's bring it back online. There it is. Let's check out Mrs. Beasley. And let me get off the screen.
Mrs. Beasley, would you like to play? It would be such fun to play jump rope, don't you think? Do you want to hear a secret? I know one. Would you like to try on my glasses? You may if you wish. Speak a little louder, dear, so Mrs. Beasley can hear you. Long ago, I was a little girl just like you. Gracious me, you're getting to be such a big girl. I do think you're the nicest little friend I ever had.
Huh. That was Cheryl Ladd doing the voice according to this internet thing. It's got to be true then, right? All right, where else were we back? Let's go back to our toys. Anal? Anal what? Oh, where do you want to go, anal? Oh, boy. So now we got a misgender and we got a sexual harassment comment. Great. We're off to a great start. Great start. All right. Hey, Christy May, whatever you want. What are you going to talk about? 855-854-TALK. There it is. Easy number to remember. So let's see what other toys we got here. Slingshots, of course. Of course, the slingshots were, they could be dangerous, especially, 100,000 of them recalled. Blindings and broken teeth. Huh, I don't even think BB guns did that. You're going to shoot your eye out, kid. Remember that? Trampolines, yes. Trampolines were bad for kids jumping off to the side, launching themselves 20 feet in the air. I know I've launched my kids 20 feet in the air before, not with a trampoline, but just because I was upset with them. they were okay. Don't worry. They turned out being good kids. Why are fidget spinners not safe for your kids? Looks pretty cool to me. Oh, good housekeeping. They find something wrong with everything. There we go. All right. Had enough of that stuff. Kids ingesting shit. You know, it's not the fault of the toy, right? So I mean, who's to say I got a fidget spinner? Who's to say it's for kids to begin with? Are they off the hook if they put a age limit on it? I don't know. Okay. Give us a call, 855-854-TALK, 855-854-TALK. And until you do, you're going to have to put up with a commercial. So here's what I want to talk about. Here's what I want to show you. You know, times have been hard for everyone and always looking for alternate ways to make money. And I've been in network marketing companies and direct sales companies for a while. For years, I've done them off and on. I've probably been in 4 of them. Got moderately successful with Nerium products, and then I was in Mexico and did pretty well, but then I moved out of Mexico, and that's where most of the team was. And you know, in network marketing, you got to keep the team motivated, and you got to help your team. And that's one thing I like about network marketing, actually, because contrary to popular belief where you just get someone to sign up and then you're done, whatever. But here's another reason why I like Melaleuca. It is, you can get paid for this. Here's why. First of all, I've got a credit. If you look at the top up here, top right, it might be hard to see on the screen. It says I have 40 loyalty shopping dollars. Okay, well, I got that just by watching videos about the products. Okay, so first of all, you get paid on Melaleuca to watch products. And to be a preferred member let me start at the beginning. To be a preferred member, let's get this out of the way. To make money off of Melaleuca by getting other people to join Melaleuca and making money off their orders. And there's other ways to make money. It's only $1 to join. Well, it's $19 a year. It's like a Sam's Club thing, but I think their enrollment's $1. I don't know if that ended or not. But up to, I know at least a week ago, it was still $1 to enroll for the year. Now, think of Melaleuca like a little mini Sam's Club, online Sam's Club. Here's the other thing about all their products. All their products, every single thing they carry, every absolute thing they carry is green and non-GMO. Every time. Christy, I mean, what do you want to talk about? I said, whatever you want to talk about. That's the answer. Call and you set the topic. This is what the caller line's for. Whatever you guys want to talk about. So if you got something to say about gun laws or whatever, bring it. So anyways, let me get back to the commercial. So let me put my address up there too. So every product on here is green and non-GMO. That's something I was impressed by. They include some pretty heavy duty cleaning stuff. Of course, they got the nutrition, weight loss, and all that stuff. But they also have beauty products. They got household products. Look at this, household products. Household. I keep touching the wrong thing. They get dishwashing, laundry. And here's the thing about these cleaners. Like I said, they're non-GMO. They're completely green. Everything is 100% green. So here's how it works. Here's why I believe in this one. Because I don't really have to change anything to be in this. Yes, I'm sponsoring something. So I don't really have to do anything other than change my shopping, take whatever products that are in here that are normally on my shopping list, I just buy them here. And to run it as a business, it requires about 70 points, which turns out being about $55 to $70 a month in order to keep active as a business. Because like you said, all network marketing companies, there is a minimum purchase of things. Well, unlike with if you've got a shake company and diet company and nutrition company, you have to buy your products every month. You have to buy your minimum products, right? And then use that to give it away, or you end up piling them up in your closet and not using them. Well, this here, the reason why I believe in this is because it covers so many things, from your household cleaning to your beauty products, your nutrition, bath and body, essential oils, everything. Okay, I'm going to put myself down on the screen here because I want to see my passion. Okay, so it covers everything. So there's every category there. It's just like a Sam's Club. So why not think about this? Why not take $70 your monthly budget that you go and purchase things? Maybe you go to Sam's Club, maybe you go to Walmart, whatever, and instead buy it from here and have it delivered to your door, and know that it's absolutely 100% certified green product, safe green product. And here's the thing, 100% money back guarantee on everything. And when you call them, guess what? This is something else I'm going to tell you amazing about. When you call them, somebody answers the phone. Somebody actually answers the phone. You don't have to go through a bunch of shit. They answer the phone. And then they will replace your product with something else if you don't like it, or they'll give you a refund. No questions asked. You just tell them you don't like it. So, you look here, they got tons of stuff on here. Nutrition, multivitamins. Here, I have to log out they'll show you. Let me log out so I can show you what you will see. The stuff that they have, your health, look at all these products that they've got. And like I said, just imagine this is all green, 100% green. They also have their own science. They grow some of their own foods, and they have their own science studies backing these things. So there you go. This one makes sense to me. I think it's $1. It's like a Sam's Club. It's $1 a year. It might be $19 now. That's what it normally is. It was up to a week ago $1 a year, or $1 for a year. And you buy here. Now, not even done. Even that you take, it's about up to $70 of $50 to $70. It depends. The reason why it depends is because each product is assigned a point, and you need 70 points, and the point might be $70, $1 each, or the points might be less than $1, whatever. So the point is that Scott, if you're going to complain about my commercial, why don't you call in? Oh, snap. So, you just replace it. Now, here's the thing about it, too. You can shop through Amazon and Target and Walmart through your Melaleuca account, and you will get Melaleuca dollars for buying, right, infomercial, Scott. You'll get Melaleuca dollars for shopping through Melaleuca. So there's further savings right there. I've got $40 to spend on Melaleuca right now, and I bought my first order of, it would cost me $60. But this month I've got $40 of my $60 already for free. Just all I did is watch three videos, I think, it was 3 videos for Melaleuca products, just to be educated on it. So even to be educated on their products, they pay you. So there you go. So there you go. Check out Melaleuca. It's on the screen there, and it's a way for you to order and buy your stuff that you buy every month with the opportunity to get others to do it and make money at it, and to get discounts through shopping through other online stores, Target, Amazon, Walmart, and save even further money. So that's what that's about. So, yeah, that was my infomercial, and that's what we're going to do. All right. Your voice was not... Okay, you keep mentioning my voice. What does this mean? No, your voice is a platform. And then you said your voice was not when you started. No, your voice was not when you started. What does that mean? Now you got to... Now she's got a puke. What is that supposed to mean? Christy, I don't understand. Anyway. Who are you, Denver? Who am I? I am. I'm everything. I'm all of creation, just like you are. And your avatar is a delusion, is an illusion, and so is mine. Did that answer your question? I don't know. You guys want to talk? You want to talk metaphysics too? You want to talk relationships? Whatever. That's the other thing I do. I do relationship coaching, life coaching, and intimacy coaching. The relationship coaching speaks for itself. No, I don't fix relationships. But if you're having trouble, what I do is help you figure out for yourself what's best for you. And I don't tell you how to do it. You come up with your own answers. I just lead you into the questioning that will get you to come to the conclusion of what's best for your life. And sometimes that fixes your relationships. Sometimes you have to decide that's going to end them. So that's part of that part. Life coaching is just a matter of being happy wherever you're at, and realize and come to a conclusion that everything happens for a reason. It really does. Everything is your creation. You are in control. No matter how much it doesn't look like you're in control, you're in control. So that's the life coaching part. Intimacy coaching, that's for people who have sexual hang-ups and maybe feel judged by things that they like, things that they are, things they like to do. I don't specifically deal with those things, or whether it be fetishes or whatever. But what I do is, again, make you comfortable. When you started the Denver show, you are going somewhere else. Oh, Christy, so you watched the Denver show when we were very political, right? The beginning show was political, and then I tried to ease it up at the end, and we also had guests on. Absolutely. Here's the thing, Christy. I haven't decided how political I want to get. Since Scott and Jay are not involved now, they're back in Ohio. I haven't decided whether I want to go political anymore. However, it's hard to avoid it. I still like to have a section that's political. I mean, you got to talk about the things that affect your life. Your government affects your life. Well, you can make government irrelevant, but overall, your quality of life can depend on the government, what they do. They certainly make it easier or harder on you. So yeah, Christy, I used to do that, and sure, and I may continue with that, and I'll talk about some. If you want to talk about what's going on with Black Lives Matter and the COVID bullshit and all that, that's fine. It's just I do that every day on my timeline, and I just thought. And this is not really a Denver show. It's a mini Denver show. I'm still going to put that up there. Boom. This is just a mini Denver show. And because I'm not back fully right now. I mean, I'm in my bedroom, and I'm right here. So I'm interviewing my co-host, and we're going to go live on the bars in Southwest Florida, on the pubs, out on the patios, and get crowd participation live. So that's the goal. And then we're going to do, and so who are you? Why don't you call me and we'll talk about it? Christy says, who are you? Why don't you give me a call? We'll talk about it. When we talk about who you are. So anywho, here's what else I put in time when we're going to talk about relationships. Interesting relationships. Different types of relationships. One, specifically polyamorous. I found these definitions, and I was surprised at how many definitions there are of polyamorous relationships. Did Jesus hit you in the head? Doesn't make sense. You're not making much sense, Christy, but you sure are entertaining. So here's some glossary of terms for polyamorous relationships. If you guys know about your polyamorous relationships, give a call. 855-854-TALK. So, or if you want to go back to talking about dangerous toys that you owned, or even some toys you owned, like, I used to own that little Evel Knievel doll. That was really cool. Remember that, where you wind up the motorcycle, and when you stopped, it took off and did wheelies and shit. And it would jump things and all that. So, if you want to talk about that, we can do that. Okay, polyamory terms. All right, there's bi-poly, of or related to a person who is both bisexual and polyamorous. Okay. So there's bipolar. All right. So somebody who might be in a relationship with a guy and a girl. Bipoly switch. Oh my gosh. This is unbelievable. All right. Of or related to a person who's bisexual and polyamorous who is a BDSM switch, capable of taking on the dominant or submissive role in sex. Okay. So now we got a polyamorous BDSM switch. All right. Bisexual, we all know what that is. Attracted to both men and women. Cellular family. Here's a cellular family. No, it doesn't mean that you all have cell phones. Cellular family is a family of 3 or more adults and optionally children who live together or near one of another, share responsibility for joint finances and domestic responsibilities, and consider themselves to be a part of a single family. That don't sound like too bad of an idea if you can pull it off. Imagine that. I'll read that again. Cellular family. A family of 3 or more adults. Now, here's the thing about this too. When you compare this to the traditional definition of a relationship, compare these, they all seem crazy. But is it really crazy just because we were programmed that this is how a relationship is supposed to be? I mean, is it a possibility there's a better style or type of relationship out there? I know I'm going to say something I haven't said. I'm going to say it now. I haven't said it. I've said it privately. And now I'm going to say it publicly on a broadcast. I used to be in the swinger lifestyle as a single guy. And this is why I tell you this. But first of all, this is where I learned a lot about intimacy. And I got to see a lot about what women were missing in relationships. So that's my qualification for that. But what I saw in there, in that lifestyle, I saw couples that had the best relationship I've ever seen. Don't get me wrong. I've seen couples that had some pretty bad relationships too. But the ones that were good were really good. It almost seems like that, totally removing that element of selfishness or control or fear seems to really, really help the relationships. So I'm not promoting, by the way, I'm not promoting any of this stuff. I just, I'm open to a lot of things. I try to open my mind to a lot of things, and I try to research things. I try to understand other other things. And I did this with lifestyles. Like I said, I was a swinger, a single male. This is what really, that's what really helped me understand what women are missing in relationships, and helps me to be an intimacy coach for people and help relationships in their intimacy. No, that doesn't mean I actually get sexually involved in them. That's not what it means. So it's just funny too when you say things like this, like intimacy coach, like the ideas that people get. It's crazy. So so you look at the traditional relationship role, and then you look at this cellular family, a family of 3 or more adults, and optimally children, who live together or near one another, share responsibility for joint finances and domestic responsibilities, and consider themselves to be a part of a single family. Now, first of all, this would be very difficult to keep together. And that's another thing I was pretty impressed. And this is where this is Poly of Columbus. This is where I got this was I went to a Poly group in Columbus, Ohio, because I was curious. Here's what I was curious about. I was curious how we struggle to keep one relationship good and together and happy. And some of these people they have multiple relationships. I think it's wise to look at that and learn from that. Like, what is it that they are doing to keep their relationships together, their multiple relationships? And it's easy just to say they're crazy, but whatever. If that's what you want to be, again, go ahead. I mean, you can be closed-minded. That's fine. See, if it serves you, it serves you. I want to understand, and I want to expand. I want to be the best person I can be, which means I look at everything. So the cellular family, this is only fourth one on the list for polyamorous terms. And think about this. Think about all the single people out there. Again, I'm not promoting anything. I'm just right here. Look at how, let's say there's a woman with children, and then there's a couple next door or in the vicinity. And let's say they get into a relationship and they do this. They share responsibility, for joint finances and domestic responsibilities. They help watch the kids. They actually treat themselves as if they're one family. Is there really a problem with that? Can you think of anything that would be, other than religious morality rules, that would be wrong with that? That sounds like a pretty amazing thing if you can pull it off. All right, so let's go on. Another polyamorous relationship. Cheating. They define cheating. In a relationship, any activity that violates rules and agreements of that relationship, whether, explicit or tactic. So, cheating is exactly the same in polyamorous relationships as anything else. Choice/chosen family. See, intentional family. All right, let's go to intentional family. What does this say? H-I. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, L, P. I don't see intentional family. Or did I have 2 pages sticking together? Oh my gosh, there's a lot of terms here. Intentional family. A family made up of people who have consciously and deliberately chosen one another as a single family, as opposed to a family that is a result of birth and marriage. Okay. Intentional family. So me and Scott and Christy could be an intentional family. If so, we all choose. And again, this is something, you know what? Okay. I'm okay with that. If that's how you want to be. I don't think I want an intentional family. I think I want more of a traditional one. But let's talk about this stuff. 855-854-TALK. Is the number up there? Let's put it up there. Closed group marriage, a polyfidelous relationship in which all members consider themselves to be married. Okay, I'm okay with that too. Here's why. First of all, I no longer think marriage should be a government thing. For the life of me, don't know why the Christian church submitted their idea of a religious ceremony and commitment to the government to oversee and control. That's insanity to me. So that's another problem now I have with marriage. It's like, why, you can make your own commitments. It's a marriage. Marriage is a religious commitment to each other. It's a spiritual commitment. Why would you want to involve the government in that? And then what does marriage do? First of all, it doesn't ensure the relationship stays together. 50% of the marriages end in divorce. I don't know what it is now. So it doesn't ensure that the marriage stays together. Well, I've talked about this recently. I don't think relationships necessarily, I want one to last for the rest of my life, but it doesn't mean that the ones that don't last failed. We can learn from them. They could serve a purpose during a time. They could be there for a need. So, Scott, no, you won't call me. You won't call me, so I'm not calling you anything. So closed group marriage. Okay. So like I said, polys that decide that they're married. I'm okay with that. I don't think we need government approval, and we shouldn't. Closed group swinging, a form of swinging in which people have multiple sexual partners within a specific group. For example, two couples who will swap partners, but will not have sex with people outside the group. A closed group swinging relationship can look very similar to polyfidelity relationship from the outside. The primary difference between them is often being focus of a relationship, sexual versus romantic, rather than the form of a relationship. Okay, so closed group swinging relationships are basically a group of swingers says, hey, let's just us four or just us six or whatever, nobody else. So they basically expand their marriage. Closed swinging, a practice in which a group of swingers will exchange partners and then have sex separately, usually separate rooms, swinging without group sex. Okay. Now, I told you I was a swinger for a while, and as a single male. And yeah, I experienced that. It was interesting. We'll talk about this sometime. If you call 855-854-TALK. Cluster marriage, a polymorphous relationship in which two or more married couples cohabitate with the exchange partners. A cluster, that could turn out being a cluster fuck marriage, right? That could be a cluster fuck marriage if it goes wrong. But then a lot of marriages are cluster fucks anyways, right? Comet. An occasional lover who passes through one's life semi-regularly, but without an expectation of continuity or romantic relationship. It sounds like I don't want to say friends with benefits. It sounds like a acquaintance with benefits. That'd be my definition of a comet. Calm person. A feeling of joy when a person invests in and takes pleasure from another romantic or sexual relationship. Huh. A feeling of joy when the calm person, not calm, not C-A-L, C-O-M, calm person. A feeling of joy when a partner invests in and takes pleasure in another romantic or sexual relationship. That sounds more like an adjective, right? Condom contract, condom compact, condom commitment. A formal agreement with a relationship to confine exchange of bodily fluids and barrier-free sexual contact to people in that relationship, each whom has previously screened for sexually transmitted diseases. So you have a condom contract. Sign the condom contract. Co-primary, a person who is one of two or more primary partners in a polyamorous relationship. That's a co-primary. Okay, Christy. Smoking a cigarette, and she's going to call. So, condom contract. Let's see. Cowboy. Cowboy, baby. A cowboy is a monogamous man who exchanges in a relationship with a polyamorous woman with the intention of separating from her from any other partners and bringing her into a monogamous relationship. Okay, wait. A monogamous man and engages in a relationship with a polyamorous woman. Okay, so she's not monogamous. With the intention of separating her from any other partners and bringing her into Okay. He's trying to steal her. That's what a cowboy does. In the according to the glossary of polyamorous terms. So I assume a cowboy is a negative thing. It's an insult. So you want a validation of yourself. What? You want a validation of yourself? Fight now. I don't know what you're saying, Christy. You're going to have to call Christy. Some of your comments aren't making sense to me. I'm hoping when you call, they do. Delta, a triad relationship, specifically a triad in which each person is sexually or emotionally evolved and or with all the other people. All right. Democratic family. Oh, we're bringing politics into this? A family, typical family practicing group marriage in which all adult partners are considered equal. That sounds like some utopia that can't be, right? I mean, why not? What do you mean considered equal? What does that mean? In which adult partners are considered equal. For what? For financial reasons? For what? What does that mean? Don't ask, don't tell. Dati. Dati. D-A-D-T. Dati. Don't ask, don't tell. A relationship structure in which a person who is partnered with and is permitted to have additional sexual or romantic relationships on the condition that his or her partner does not know any details about those additional relationships and does not meet any of those other people. Wow. Don't ask, don't tell. That sounds like a ticket to cheat, basically. What's the difference between that and an open relationship, right? All right, you can have sex with other people. I don't want to hear about it. Isn't everything a don't ask, don't tell relationship? Dyad, D-Y-A-D, a relationship involving exactly two people. The most accepted form of romantic relationship in the Western countries is a monogamous dyad. Yes, dyad. That's the relationships I like. A monogamous dyad. Emotional fidelity, a belief or practice that emotional intimacy or love must be kept exclusive to a particular relationship through sexual activity and or other forms of physical intimacy, although sexual activity and other forms of intimacy may occur outside that relationship. Okay, I understand what they're saying here. So on that one there, in emotional fidelity, they're separating the sex from emotion. And I've seen that before. In the years that I was swinging, I saw that. For example, one example of that was some people that were swingers, like she was allowed to have sex, but she wasn't allowed to kiss. No kissing. Why? Because they believed that the kissing created an emotional intimacy. They believed the tenderness, any type of tenderness, created emotional intimacy. And so they had specific rules to prevent that. So basically they're saying, basically let somebody just rawly having sex. Like, this is about sex. This is about the physical act. Nothing else. I don't like you. I don't care about you. I don't want to connect with you. So that's what that's about. You know what? We're going to, there's a lot of these terms. I think I'm going to do a whole show on this. Gosh, because this keeps going. We're going to talk about this. Yeah. This keeps going. I'm only on page 2. There's, how many? There's a lot. So just breezing through here. So here's other ones we'll cover. So maybe you guys can prepare to ask questions about this or put your 2 cents in, and I'll do a whole show on this. There's ethical slut, fluid bonding, free agent, free mate, friends first swinging, friends with benefits, frubble, geographical non-monogamy, group marriage, hard swinger, hinge, see pivot, hot bi babe, hib, hot wife, 100-mile rule, intentional family, intimate network, key party, kitchen table polyamory, life partner, limerence, long distance relationship, lover-in-law, metamor, molecule, monogamish, most significant other, there's new relationship energy, one penis policy, open marriage, open network, open relationship, open swinging, other significance, polymorous relationship, or parallel polyamory, parallel play, paramour, pivot, platonic relationship, polyamory, dry, polycule, polyfamily. Oh, see, I told you this keeps going. Polyfidelity, polyfuckery. Polyfuckery. Awesome. Chris, are you going to call in? Because I'm about ready to wrap this up if you're not going to call in. Polysaturated. Isn't that a fat? Polysexual, polysaturated, primary, quad, relationship anarchy, relationship orientation, relationship non-monogamy, secondary. Oh, wow. I didn't know this thing was so involved. It's still going, folks. Still going. So, yeah, you know what? I'm just going to do a show on this. This is interesting. I'm gonna read through these and make notes and talk about things and talk about. This is a good Higher Love Club topic. Okay, I do have a caller here, so hold on a second. And I assume this is Christy. So, let's see. Christy, are you there?
I am here.
There she is. She's actually there on the line. She actually called. That's awesome. How are you doing tonight?
Oh, this is Denver?
This is Denver.
I'm good. How are you?
Doing great.
Yeah. Well, I'm on my phone, so I'm not seeing what's posted now.
Oh, it's just me right now. I'm done. I'm not posting anything, so you can watch the show. Just turn the volume down, or it'll confuse you because there's a 45-second delay. So if I would show you something,
so you're not online anymore?
What do you mean? Like, what do you mean online?
Like on your show, you're not on anymore?
Well, no. What I did this time, instead of streaming to the Denver show, I streamed to my personal page, and then I shared it on the Denver show. So that's why. Because first of all, the Denver show only gets whoever's following it. They're the only ones that get notified. But when I do it here, who knows? Maybe 100 people get notified. I don't know how many I don't know how that works because I've got almost 2,000 friends. So that's why I did that.
Okay.
So yeah, and then because I'm not really fully up and running with the Denver
So
show.
who are you? Because you aren't the person when you started the Denver show.
I am what? I'm a different person.
You're not the person when you started the Denver show. You are a different person.
I am. How do you mean?
Well,
What's so different about me?
I don't know. I don't know what I mean. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. What about Scott?
When you started, Scott,
Uh-huh.
when you started with Scott and what was the other guy's name?
Jay?
There was 3 of you.
Yes.
So
Yeah. And now they're in Ohio.
you guys, yes, you guys were different then when you first started.
So,
But you, go ahead.
well, I'm just trying to find out. Like, you can't explain what you mean, because I don't know. I don't understand. I feel like I'm the same person. I mean, the show obviously is going to have a little different energy without my co-host, and it'll change again when I get a female co-host. But and this isn't really, like I said, it isn't really a Denver show. It's just me. You know, I could have just went Facebook Live and done this, but the only reason why I use the setup and the Denver show setup is because I can share websites and things like that. But yeah, this isn't really the Denver show, but yeah, the energy is going to be different without Scott and Jay. And you know, I'm 100%
Well,
carrying.
the energy was different when you first started.
Right. Yeah. We
Because you were political and you were
right.
you were all of that stuff. And when I saw you right now tonight, when I just was making posts,
Uh-huh.
I'm like, who are you? Who are you? You are not the person that started the Denver show.
I don't know
Does
if
that make sense?
I wish I could understand what you're saying is different, because I mean, I'm not because I didn't. Is it because I didn't do a political rant or something at the beginning?
I
or?
don't know. You just seem softer.
Okay. I'm understand.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
You're taking it somewhere else than when you started.
Right. Well, and exactly.
Does that make sense?
Yes. Now I think I understand what you're saying.
Okay.
So because you're right.
Okay.
Right. I am softer tonight because I'm not in debate mode over politics.
But I don't know who you are. So if you want
that's interesting.
to be who you are, okay. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
Go ahead.
No, the reason why I'm not.
I want to.
The reason why. And that's interesting you say that too, because this is a common thing when somebody meets me live. Okay, like somebody becomes my Facebook.
You were an asshole when I first met you.
Exactly.
To me.
Right.
To me, when I first met you, when you
Right.
first started the Denver show, you were an asshole.
I understand what you're saying now.
And I wanted to say what I needed to say and be, you know what, I don't know if you understand that, but you're softer now. And I'm like, who the fuck are you? I don't even know who you are.
Okay,
Does that make sense?
Yes, I think I can.
I don't even know if I'm talking to the same person.
I think I can explain what, and I think I understand. I think,
Okay.
and I think I can explain.
Okay.
Okay. So tonight, the reason why I'm softer, here's the thing. I've spent a lot of time online talking about COVID, the COVID pandemic hoax, not the COVID hoax, the COVID pandemic hoax. I talked a lot about that, and it frustrates me that I can explain why this is pandemic is overblown and why the government, and it's just a power grab by the government and all that. And it doesn't change anybody's mind, nobody's mind at all. Nobody listens. And so then I got the frustration of the Black Lives Matter and the riots and all that stuff, in that, it's like, it's not about race, it's about ethics and morals and values. And that's what it's all about.
Exactly.
So if a cop beats a black person or even is racist, it's not, the racist part is not the problem. That's the symptom of him being a jerk off. That's a symptom of him not having morals and values. So it's the same with the looters. I look at all these looters and the people, and like right now, you can't deny it. You can watch the videos and most of them are black people doing the looting. But still, it's not a race problem. It's a values and ethics problem. And so, so if you look at the black culture, primarily what the studies show, and these are studies.
You are
that show
not
this.
You are not the person. You are not the person that I talked to, because it was not Scott. It was not you. It was your other person that was trying to explain this, which is, I feel like I'm talking to you.
Okay.
Does that make sense? You were hard.
Well, if you read my post online, I still am. I mean, but that's my post. And see, that's what I was going to explain. I think I understand, because what I was going to say was, this is a common thing that's happened to me. When people follow me on Facebook, and then I've had people meet me in person, and many times they say, "You're not who I thought you were." I'm like, what do you mean? They said, well, online, you're so hardcore and cut and dry, and then I meet you and you're a super nice guy and you're super compassionate and loving, and and that is who I am.
Why don't you want that? You want to hear people speak, correct?
I do.
I mean, you do.
Yeah.
But can you, where you at in your brain? Your brain is one side. That's what I thought when in the beginning, when you started the Denver show.
Uh-huh. Your
brain was one side. And I'm like, who is this shithead? Does that make sense? Yeah. I don't mean to say that.
No, you can. There's nothing you can say offends me.
Why did you do that?
You're talking about the beginning of the Denver show. Well, first of all, look.
Yeah, why did you do that?
I don't want to. Look, I don't want to put blame on anyone. I don't want to. I'm responsible for myself and who I am. But we do have influences around us. And
yes, and you have a platform.
I have what? Yes, I have a platform, right? And
you have a platform,
right? And when it came to politics, the actual driving person for politics was Jay. Jay had some very hardcore positions when it came to politics, and that's what he wanted to talk about. And I was okay with that because I can go with that too. But I also wanted the Denver show to be, that's why it's the Denver show. That's why I named it after me, because I don't really want to name it something that says, oh, this is about politics. Oh, this is about religion. This is about love. This is about relationship. This is about metaphysics. This is about manifestation.
But that's where you took it.
Right.
That's where
But I want it to be everything. I want it to be whatever I'm in the mood for, whatever is, because I go through life every day and things are presented from me. I see things, I think about things, and I get these things that profound thoughts that I'd like to share with others. And it could be about relationships. Today, it could be about relationships. Tomorrow it could be about politics. I actually started this show tonight. I actually looked up a bunch of YouTube videos and a bunch of quotes from Martin Luther King and all, and started putting this show together. This is interesting. I started putting this show together about politics.
But that's not where you took it.
Right. I know.
You took it where I said Miss Beasley, and you talked about things back in the past and whatever. Does that make sense? You didn't take it there. You does that make sense? Or did I not make sense?
I didn't take it what to the Miss Beasley thing, or I didn't take it to what I was talking about setting the show up for.
Just
Politics.
I don't. You're so well. I listened after and heard what you were talking about. But that you are not the person that when the Denver show started. That's not who you are, and that's why I said, "Who are you? What did you do with Denver?"
Well, is that a good thing or a bad thing to you?
Well, it was a confusing thing to me.
Well, I think
because you're not who you portrayed when you started the Denver show.
Okay. I think the reason for that is
Does that make sense?
yeah. But here's the reason for that is because my philosophy in life is that we're here to experience whatever we want to experience. Someday I'm an asshole. Some days I'm a saint.
And we're all assholes.
What's that?
I said we're all assholes.
Right. But I embrace it all.
Be that way.
Here's one of the differences that I see when I talk to people. I embrace it all. While most people say, like, they're hard on themselves and they judge themselves, like, for when they're assholes. They'll be like, they're hard on themselves. If they do something that they decided they don't like or they wish they wouldn't have done, they're hard on themselves. They judge themselves. They put themselves down. They feel bad about themselves. The difference is with me, I embrace all that stuff. I just simply decide, I don't want to be that today. I don't want to be an asshole today. Here's an example. I was starting to say, I prepared this show to talk about Black Lives Matter. I prepared it to talk about politics. I had YouTube videos set, links, everything. And you know what?
But that's not what you talked about.
I know. Listen, I know. Let me finish. So I got everything ready. This is before I started. I had everything set. And then guess what? I just decided, you know what? I don't want to do this. I don't want to talk about this. If you look at my page, I'm always talking about COVID. I'm always talking about politics, Black Lives Matter. I don't want to talk about it. I like to have a little different. I like to take a little break right now. So I changed it. I went and found I found the link about the toys, and I found the link about the cities that were named after the state they're in, and I shared that with the people lives here, and it was interesting. I thought, you know what?
And I listened to that.
And I thought, this is fun.
But that's not who I started with. I started with you being political.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
So when you first started, it was all about guns, political bullshit.
Right.
That's not what it's about. It's about life.
Well, right. And that's not what it's about tonight. I don't know what it'll be tomorrow. I don't know what it'll be when I get my co-host. I don't know.
But does that make sense?
Yeah. But see, Chrissy, that's why I call it the Denver Show, because I can't really pin down what we're going to talk about. It's going to be, I said, the show about nothing and sometimes something. Okay. So one day, that's why I put in the title what I'm going to talk about, because, and on top of that, the open lines, the callers can set the show. If they want to call and talk about politics, then we'll go there. If they want to talk about whatever they want to talk about, they want to talk about relationships, they want to talk about metaphysics.
I didn't want to talk about politics.
If they want to talk about aliens.
I heard you say, yeah. I know. And I heard that. Politics, but you're soft. You are not hard. Like when you started the Denver show, you're soft, and I didn't know who I was talking to.
Well,
does that make sense?
Yeah, but that's the thing about me. I'll just warn you. I mean, I'm everything. That's why you asked what I am. I said I am. I am whatever I decide to be.
Okay.
And like I can.
And that's good.
Like I could.
That's good.
For example, I'm a very kind person, very nice person.
Howard.
But you know what? If I find, but if I see a guy hit a girl, or abuse a woman, you won't see.
It's not even that.
No, I'm just saying, you won't see this guy. You will see somebody. You'll not believe how angry and you'll not believe that somebody as nice as me could.
But you're kind of like a Howard Stern, right?
How
Sort of
how?
like Howard Stern, like I don't know, like he puts the shit out there. I understand that. But I haven't listened to you since you put the shit out there when you first started. And I was like, I like Scott. I love Scott. I met him
Everybody
in a
loves
bar
Scott.
one time. I know, but, and you guys are buds and you're comrades and you're whatever, but I don't know what it is, but you were hard and now you're soft. And I'm like, who are you? So that's a good thing, though. That now that you're talking to me, it's a good thing.
Okay, I think there's days where you're gonna love me and days you're gonna hate me. There's days where you're gonna love me and days you're gonna hate me. And actually,
I hated you when you first started.
Right. Actually, my last.
I did, but now I checked back in and I'm like, who is this person? He's human. He's willing to talk about other things besides your view. I saw your view.
Okay. Well, that's fair enough.
Guns, I don't. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and that's fair enough. But that's who I am. I'm a plethora of people and things. Like I said, there'll be days you love me and days you hate me. It's just, but you know what? I embrace all.
I like that word.
What's that? Plethora?
What? Yes.
Yeah. I embrace it.
Okay.
I embrace it all.
Well, I didn't know that.
I embrace it all. One time my ex-girlfriend told
me,
said,
so.
my ex-girlfriend said to me one time, you just want to be mad, because, she was trying to calm me down about something. You just like to be mad. You're just happy to be mad. And I thought about it and I go, yeah, you're right. I want to be angry about this. I do. Don't try to take it away
You
from me.
can be angry about anything. Yeah.
So, yeah, I want to be angry.
Okay.
That's why, we all do it. We all think of, I don't know if you saw the video of that guy beating on that 92-year-old woman. If you ever seen it, it's just, it's disturbing.
Yeah.
But, what do? We walk away from that. And
it's not about that.
And then sometimes later we think about it. Why do we think about it? It makes us angry. It hurts us. And then we think about it and we start feeling those feelings of anger again. Why do we do that? Because, we want to experience it.
Can you like think about, I know you're like in the beginning when you started the show, in the beginning you were hell bent on gun rights and hell bent on lesbians and hell bent on, and I'm like, who the fuck? And I understand we got to have conversations, but conversations have to be about all conversations.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Or even if we're pissed, does that make sense?
Yeah, I agree. I'm not sure the lesbian comment, but I don't remember talking about lesbians. But but the gun things.
I'm just throwing it all out.
Yeah,
there.
yeah. So the gun.
Just throwing it all out there.
The gun things. Well, yeah, I just had to address that because I don't want people thinking, oh, what, did he hate lesbians or something?
No.
Yeah, I want to talk about relationships. I want to talk about manifestation, metaphysics. I want to talk about conspiracy theories. I want to talk about gun rights. I want to talk about our rights. I want to talk about the government. I want to talk about it all. But tonight,
But you went in a different.
right?
You went in a
tonight,
different.
Yeah.
You went night for me, you went in a different.
Yep.
Who the hell is this?
Yeah. I didn't want.
And I'm like,
didn't want to tonight. I didn't want to talk politics tonight. I'm burnt out right now. I'll recover, and then I'll want to do it again.
I know.
It's like I said, I had a whole show planned
And that's fine.
to talk about this stuff, and I scrapped it. And I said, no, I'm going to do some fun, easygoing, nice, relaxing talk right now tonight. And if a caller calls in, wants to take it there, then we'll go there. But it doesn't mean that I'm still not a gun advocate.
Well,
It doesn't mean
I was gonna be your caller because I didn't know who you were.
Well, I appreciate you calling.
Does
I
that
greatly
make
appreciate
sense?
you calling because the show always is way better with a caller. Way better. I mean, I don't know what it is, but the dynamics of
But I
somebody on the
didn't
phone is
call.
better. So yeah, it was. Yeah, I didn't know if you were going to call. It didn't seem like you were going to. But
I know, but I didn't call. I wasn't on the show. I didn't call. I just, you weren't who I thought you were.
Wait a
So
second.
I
Wait a
wanna
second.
give you a
do you think the show's off the air right now? What do you mean you weren't on the show?
yes.
No, we're still live.
Oh, so everyone's hearing everything I have to say?
Yes.
Oh my dear Lord
Why?
Jesus!
Why did you think we stopped
I
the show?
don't know. I don't know. So that's where I'm at.
Oh well, yeah.
So
I
I'm
don't
welcome
see.
back.
I don't think you said anything wrong, Christy. I don't know. You haven't said anything that
No,
should be a
I
problem.
don't think I thought we were having a conversation.
Oh, my apologies.
Okay, well, hi everybody. Okay,
You know what?
I don't
Now I know why some
I'm
people.
already
Now I know why some.
off the deck.
Now I know why some people say,
Okay,
"Hey, caller, you're live on the air." Now I know why they do that.
yeah,
Maybe that's
Just
something I
don't
need to
do
start doing.
real.
Yeah, that the 800 number is the
Okay.
is my show number. I don't use that personally.
Yeah.
So
I
if you want to talk personally, then I can give you my number offline.
No, it's all good.
Okay.
A relationship thing is another different thing.
Mm-hmm. Would you like sometime to talk about relationships?
No, I'm good.
What would you like the show to cover?
Well, I didn't hear you.
What would you like for me to cover? What kind of topics?
I don't know.
Well, you think about it and send me a message. Are you my Facebook friend? You are.
That
aren't you?
will be good.
You're my Facebook
I
friend, right?
don't think you are. I don't.
Really? Oh, that's right.
But it's good.
I think you called in.
It's all good.
Yeah.
I did.
I th-
That's why I'm calling.
No,
again.
I think you called in. Yeah.
Got off my ship.
Way back when you called in when we were talking about, was it abortion or what was it?
I did. It was the back then.
It's about abortion. That's right. Okay. Well, I appreciated your call then
And we
too.
all-
I always appreciate your call.
Okay.
So thanks for calling. I'm going to wrap this up. I've been on for an hour, 45 minutes. So I just figured it's been a while.
You are sorry, guys.
Oh, stop.
I'm a spouse.
No. You made the, you were the highlight of the show. Believe me, this conversation was the highlight of the show. So
I'll be dressing up and I'll be right in there.
yeah, well, I appreciate you watching stuff. Like I said, the reason why I went on air, the show's not really. It's gonna go live in front of a live audience, and in the bars of Southwest Florida, and with a new co-host, female co-host, hopefully maybe even two new co-hosts, but and who knows what it will be.
I just want you to be real.
What's that?
I want you to be real.
Right.
I want you to be
Well,
real.
I'm always real, no matter what I talk about. So, I feel I am.
Okay.
But yeah, so the show's going to be interesting live in front of a live audience, and I don't know I don't know how it's going to turn out. Who knows what we'll talk about.
take it where it goes.
Right. Exactly. That's why it's the Denver show. I don't know what's it about. I don't know. Whatever it's about. The show about nothing, sometimes something. And we're going to have guests on. When we have guests, we might have a local musician. We're talking about having local musicians on, talking about what they're up to. Maybe we can get a politician on. Maybe we can get a local police chief or sheriff on or something. Who knows?
That would be good.
Yeah, it'll be whatever it'll be. But I think the dynamic of going live in front of an audience will be good because we're going to be broadcasting everything over the PA. And if somebody has an objection or has something they want to say, we're going to have an open mic table sitting there. They can sit down and start talking, and we'll be talking to people live. I think it would add a new dynamic, and the callers will still be able to call in, and everybody in the bar will be able to hear the caller too. So that's the plan. But I was itching to broadcast something. I haven't. What's that?
I said thank you for listening to me.
Well, thanks for calling again. I greatly appreciate it. I greatly appreciate anybody who participates in this, because that, that's what's going to make us. If we start getting callers, if we start getting other people participate. This isn't a one-man show. I can't on my own. I'm not going to be some star or make some big show. It's going to get millions of views. It's the people. It's about the people that are involved with me. That are going to make the show.
It is about.
Yep. So I greatly appreciate your call.
Thank you.
Thank you. And what are you doing tonight? Oh, she hung up. All right. Anyways, so that was finally got one of her callers. That was Christy. She called in one other time. We were talking about abortion. I didn't know she was on the air, but she didn't say anything bad. But she was. I don't know. She just saw a different Denver tonight. And who knows? Will this always be the Denver shows up? Maybe. I tend to think it will be the one that shows up sometimes, and other times it won't be. So, anyways, if you're watching, thanks a lot. And you have an awesome night. And follow the Denver show. Go like and follow the Denver show. You just do a search for it, the Denver show. I think if you search for at the official Denver show, one word, at the official Denver show. At least that's what I type when I'm putting posts and stuff out, and then it brings it up. But anyway, so yeah, that's what we got going. Live audience coming up, live bar and new co-host, and who knows what we're going to talk about. It's a show about nothing, sometimes something. This is Big D. Thanks for watching. Thanks for calling, Christy. And thanks, Scott.